All right, guys. Welcome back to another one of my Verbling classes. I apologize. I needed to run to the restroom really quick. I have a five-hour block of time, and I just wanted to take a little bit of a break. That's okay. So this hour I'm going to use this as a little bit of a discussion time. We're going to be reading through a document. It's two short paragraphs about some things that are more current in today's generation, like being able to code, things like that. Things that my dad had to go to school to learn how to do, but now with the ability to learn things at such a faster rate, as well as being able to get a hold of that information online. Younger generations are being able to learn how to do things that are pretty amazing, and create things that are very interesting as well. So let's see now. You're going to need to help me pronounce your name, okay? Is it Akja?
Oksana. Hello, my name is Oksana.
So I was so very far off. And Oksana, where are you from?
I'm from Russia, from Kazan.
Okay, so from Russia. And what time is it there in Russia right now?
It is 10 p.m.
Okay, so it's 10 p.m. All right, I live in Costa Rica right now. Have you been to Costa Rica before?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, well I haven't been to Russia either, so we're on the same page. Do you know where Costa Rica is at?
I'm sorry, there is background noise, and I don't listen to you properly.
Okay, make sure that the Verbling chat window, that chat window is closed, or not the Verbling chat window, but the Verbling screen, and that'll get rid of that echo. Okay, so you just want to be in the Google Hangouts. Okay.
Yes, okay.
All right, sounds good. All right, let's see who else we got this hour. Abdul, welcome back. How you doing?
I don't listen to you.
Not the Verbling chat room. All right, Abdul, how you doing? Verbling. All right, let's see, Dimitri. Welcome back. How you doing?
Hello, I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you, Teacher Chat?
I'm doing really well. Yeah, it's nice and sunny here today. I'm pretty happy. So what do you got going on? How's your day been?
Sorry?
How has your day been? Has it been okay? Just a normal day?
Yes, it is okay. I was in my work, and it is brisk out of doors. It's spring, but it is cold, really. So now I am at home at a warm place, and I am happy to see you again.
Okay, very cool. Well, I'm glad to have you back here as well. Awesome. All right, let's see. Gabriel Garcia, how are you?
Hi, I'm very good.
Excellent. And Gabriel, I don't think I've had you in my classes before, unless I'm mistaken. Where are you from, Gabriel?
Yes, this is my first time. I'm Gabriel, and I'm from Colombia.
From Colombia. And what part of Colombia are you from?
Cartagena.
Cartagena. Excellent. Very good. Yeah, I've taught many lessons with people from Cartagena, just online. Very good. And Gabriel, what do you do for work?
I'm a student.
All right. What are you studying?
I study industrial administration.
Great. And I imagine you're in the university. How many more years do you have left?
Oh, I only have 1 year left.
Yeah.
I'm eager to start to work.
I bet, man. You get done, go out, start working, start buying things, start your life, right?
All right. Thank you.
All right, very cool. Let's see. Lisette, how are you?
Fine, teacher. Thank you.
And good, good. And Lisette, Triana, did you have a different picture before, Lisette?
No.
Okay. Is this the first time you've been in my class, or
No, teacher.
All right, let me see, because I don't recognize your picture. Okay, so let's see. What Lisette, are you studying right now?
Yes, I'm studying in order to be a teacher, English teacher.
Studying to be an English teacher. And Lisette, I don't think you used your picture last time. I think last time you were in my class, you were using your webcam. Are you from Venezuela?
No, I'm from Colombia.
Dang it!
Don't worry.
Man. Man. Okay, so you're from Colombia and you're studying to be a teacher. Okay, and yeah, I think it was last time you were using your webcam. No excuses though. I should be able to remember. And okay, so I'll remember for next time. You said Triana. Great. All right, let's see. Max, how you doing, Max?
Yeah, great. I'm very well, thank you. I hope you are good too.
Yeah, I'm doing really well today. It's been a good day. I've had a lot of good classes, a lot of excellent students coming in, and we've been doing a lot of good learning. Now, Max, I with your name, I always have the most difficult time. As well, I believe you changed your picture recently, because I don't remember this picture being here. Before, I think you just used
I changed
that
my
image.
picture currently. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Max, where are you from? Help me out.
Yeah, Turkey.
From Turkey, all right. And what do you do for work, Max?
Just I have no heavy work. It's quite easy to work. As you know, we are just waiting for something. We are just on duty. We have no heavy burden. That's why, we just take care of just something, some situation. No.
Okay. And what do you do? Are you in the military then, or what kind of job do you have?
Well, it's the company.
Okay.
It's the universal company.
A
Global
universal
thing.
company.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll remember. So Max X from Turkey. All right. Very cool. Welcome back to class. And let's see. Is this Pavel or is it Pavel?
Pavel.
Pavel?
Yes. Hello, Chad.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm drinking some beer. I hope it doesn't disturb anyone here. I think I just got a good idea that if you can speak English while being stoned, that you can actually really speak English. So I decided to make this little experiment, if you allow. So
all right.
I'm all right.
That's fine. Now, Pavel, where are you from?
I'm also from Russia.
Oh, from Russia as well. Okay. All right. Very cool. And what do you do for work?
I'm a lawyer.
You're a lawyer. All right. And what kind of
I'm a
law
lawyer
do you
too.
practice?
I practice in civil law. Actually, everything of civil law except criminal procedures, because getting access to the criminal process requires you to be the advocate, which I am not.
An advocate. Okay. All right. Okay. Very cool. All right. Well, welcome to class. Let's see. Rod, how you doing, Rod?
Doing well, thank you.
Great. And how's your day been today?
It was pretty short right now because it's midday, and I hope I'm going to have some fun in the next hours.
Very cool. So are you planning on hanging out at Verbling and studying, or do you have some plans with some friends?
Both. I'm burbling in the evening and in the afternoon, hanging out with friends and doing my stuff, studying
Okay.
about my college.
Great. Very cool. All right, man. Let's see. Yasin, how are you doing?
Thanks, I'm fine. Hello again, teacher Chet. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And Yasin, you're from Turkey and you are a lecturer, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Great. And it's with is it with computer science or computer with software?
Computer programming, my department.
Computer programming. Okay, great. Excellent. Welcome back. And okay, help me with your name one more time. What is it? Yeah, I still can't do it. Ashka? Oksana. Okay, I need to write that down. Sorry, because I can't look at it and see it. So
It's okay.
Oksana.
The name is written in Cyrillic alphabet.
Yeah, that's what trips me up. Okay, so Oksana, and you said that you're a lawyer as well?
Yes, I'm a lawyer too, and I work at the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Very, very cool. And so what kind of law would you practice then? Do you work in, are you investigating
Civil.
people that work in the government? Okay.
No, I'm not an investigator, but I practicing in civil law.
Okay, very good. And let's see, Abdul, did you get your microphone working?
Yes, sure.
Awesome. Okay, very cool, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Teacher Chad. You can call me Chad if you'd like. It's not a big deal to me. I am from the United States, but I currently live in Costa Rica. And I've had many different professions over the years, though I'm a young buck. I've worked in real estate. I've also ran companies, and I've started my own. And I've worked as a manager in logistics, and I'm also a musician. So I like to do a lot of different things. One of my main hobbies is exercise, and so exercising is a big deal to me. I try and do that daily. All right, so this hour we are going to be reading through a short document. It's about 2 paragraphs long, and then we're going to go over some questions. Okay, let's see. If you do not have the document, let me go ahead and put it in the chat box. And I think anybody just did that for me. Yeah, very cool. So both anybody and we had placed it in there. If you're looking at the screen, it looks like this. All right, so when you pull it up, this is what it looks like, okay? And it can be a little confusing. Now, class, the way I'm going to guide you is by these blue bars, okay? You see these blue bars that go across the screen? First one says home, donate. Okay, this next one says 40+ activities for this lesson. And here it says technology superstars. So this here is actually the title of what we're going to be reading about. Okay, technology superstars ask kids to code. All right, and let's go ahead and read through this briefly. I'm going to start off with Abdul, and we're going to read 2 sentences each. All right, and then we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna answer some questions. All right, so Abdul, please read the first 2 sentences here in this paragraph.
We're from the technology superstars.
Yeah, where it says the biggest names.
Okay. The biggest names in technology want today's children to learn computer programming. Other stars from the world of sport, entertainment, fashion, etc. also say it's need to learn to code. People like Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and Microsoft founder Bill Gates have appeared in a video to tell children coding is fun.
Okay, just so right there. All right, and Dimitri, let me have you continue, please.
Sorry, Bill, yes?
Right
Bill,
here where it says Dropbox.
Okay. People like Facebook, Sir Mark Zuckerberg and Microsoft founder Bill Gates have appeared in a video to tell children coding is fun. Dropbox creator Drew Houston believes coding is like learning to play a musical instrument or playing a sport. It starts out being very scary, but you kind of get the hang of it over time, he said.
Okay, just hold it right there. Thank you. Gabriel, let me have you continue reading where it says Black Eyed Peas.
Okay. He said Black Eyed Peas member Will.i.am also appeared in the video. He said, great coders are today rock stars. Basketball star and coder Chris Bosh he thought coding was cool.
Okay, just hold right there. All right, the start of the next paragraph, please. Lisette, 2 sentences.
Which paragraph, teacher?
The second paragraph. I have it highlighted here on the page.
Okay. The video is from Code.org, a non-profit foundation that wants a school to give children more lessons on computer programming.
Okay,
Its website says every student in every school should have the opportunity to learn to code.
Okay, just so right there. Thank you. And let me have you continue, please, Max.
Yeah, all right. The site contains dozens of quotes from high-profile figures. The first is from the late Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, who said a long time ago, "I think everybody should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think."
Just so right there.
Yeah.
Just so right there. Thank you. And let's see, Pablo, let me have you continue reading.
A video game designer Gabe Newell explained how coding can really change children's lives. He said, "The programmers of tomorrow are the wizards of the future."
Okay, just finish off that. Go ahead.
It is the same. How do you say it? Well,
quote.
It's a quote, so maybe
yeah.
it is the same. Yeah, you're going to look like you have magic powers. Dot.
Okay. Yeah. So the programmers of tomorrow are the wizards of the future. You're going to look like you have magic powers. Great. All right. So this is going to be our topic of discussion, all right, you guys? So we are going to scroll down now, all right? So follow as I scroll down, all right? So I'm going to scroll down past the picture of Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, all right? Going down before it says before reading, down before gap fill, past listening. There's another one that says listening again, okay? Past, and we're going to stop here on comprehension questions, okay? So let's go to Rod. Rod, please read number 1 and answer the question.
Okay. 1. Who wants kids to learn computer programming? I think famous people like members for the biggest companies like Microsoft or the founders of Twitter or Facebook, even basketball stars or musician stars like a member of Black Eyed Peas. They want kids to learn computer programming because it's very important for them.
Okay, good. And let's see, number 2, please. Yasin?
Yasin. Okay. What did the Dropbox Dropbox creator liken coding to? 1 minute. Dropbox Dropbox creator believes coding is like learning to play a musical instrument or playing a sport.
Okay, and how does he compare that? He says it's hard at first, right?
What?
How does he compare it? He was the one that said it's hard at first, and then after a while, let's see. Yeah, he has that quote. It starts out being very scary, but you kind of get the hang of it over time, is what he had said. Okay, very cool. So let's go to question number 3, and that is for Oksana. There we go, got it. Oksana, let me have you read number 3 and answer it.
What did Drew Houston say coding was like at the beginning? I don't remember exactly. Can you back the text?
Yeah, no
I'm
problem.
sorry.
I read through that. Drew Houston is the creator of Dropbox, and he said it's a little scary at first, and then you tend to get the hang of it. Let's see. Let me have you read 4, and I'll scroll back up. So let's have you answer 4. Go ahead and read number 4, and I'll scroll back up to the top. Okay.
I have to read number 4?
Yeah, number 4, please.
What did Will say coders were like?
Okay, so let's scroll back up here to the top. And Will.i.am is right here, and this is what he said.
Appeared. Okay, I see. I remember it.
Okay, let me have you read that, please.
Will, I am also appeared in the video. He said, great coders are today's rock stars.
Okay, good. So Will.i.am is the principal member of the band Black Eyed Peas. Okay, so let's go to Abdul. Let me have you read number 5 and answer that question, please. Number 5.
Okay. What did a basketball star say about coding? And the basketball star said about coding, it's cool.
Yeah, that it's cool. That it's cool.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Okay, so we're gonna stop right there with our comprehension questions, and we are gonna go down because I want to get into a little bit of a discussion with you guys. Okay, so we're gonna scroll down past comprehension, past multiple choice, past role play. Okay, we're gonna keep going down past computer programming survey. All right, to computer programming discussion. All right, so we're gonna be reading student A's questions that are right here. Okay, and let's start off with question letter A. Dimitri, let me have you read question letter A and give me your answer.
Multiple choice, yeah?
No, it's not going to be multiple choice. I want you to share your opinion. So question letter A here, if you look on the screen. Okay, question letter A says, what did you think when you read the headline?
What do you think?
Now, our headline is this. I'm going to scroll back up to the top really quick, okay?
Okay.
So our headline is right here. Technology superstars ask kids to code. Okay, so what when you hear that, technology superstars ask kids to code, what do you think about when you read that headline?
I think that nowadays when the computers when the computers play the important part of our life, the children need to know computer well, and they must be able to work with it from their childhood, and they will be able to get a good job if they know computer perfect. So they need to use it internet websites and study code.
Okay. All right. Cool. And let's see, Graciela. Oh, sorry. It's Gabriel. Sorry, Gabriel. Number or letter B, please. So, what springs to mind when you hear the word computer programmer?
Oh, well, usually people used to think that it's a person that are close in his or her houses that never get out and are always in a computer. But after reading this, we can think that a programmer can be everyone can be a programmer, and that a programmer can be a superstar, can be a popular person. That's what I think the person say.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good comment there. Thank you. And let's go to Lisette. Your question is letter C. How important is coding? What's your opinion?
Teacher, I don't understand. Well, what is the meaning of coding?
Coding is what programmers do. So every computer has programs that need to be written. Okay, and there's certain computer programming languages. Okay, and so for example, we would not be able to be talking like this, okay, using video chat and using all of these websites and whatnot, if there weren't video or if there weren't computer programmers, because someone has to create what we're seeing, and they have to create the ability for you to be able to see me in real time. Okay, computer programmers do all of that. So, for example, also Mark Zuckerberg, he is the creator of Facebook. He was a computer programmer that that figured out a way through algorithms to be able to connect people from now all over the world. Okay, so the question here is, how important is coding? So what do you think about the importance of what computer programmers do?
I think that it's pretty important since, as you said, we couldn't have these kind of things like technology, Facebook, Hotmail, all those kind of things without these people. So I think that it's pretty important, and according to the reading, um, it's better when children become good codings. I don't know how you say.
Coders.
Yes, and more.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you for your opinion there. And let's see, Max, number, what are we on? Sorry, not number, but letter D. Do you
Yeah.
think children should learn coding in school?
According to the paragraph, children should learn coding and programming, something like that. And according to the paragraph, it's necessary to learn. It's useful for children.
Okay, and what do you think? What's your personal opinion about that?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think it's no use to learn this programming coding, because maybe the further time they can learn, who wants to learn this coding, but at the age of 5 and 12, between 5 and 12, they shouldn't learn coding program. Maybe they have to learn another things. They have to focus on another useful things, in my opinion.
Okay, so maybe have them wait until after they're about 12 years old, and then after they've learned probably the basics, right? So the basics, then have them take a look maybe at adding coding to their curriculum, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your comment. And Pavel, how about you? Let's take a look at letter E. What do you think is fun about coding?
I just thought that the fun about coding is that you can imagine a bridge from your ideas to the material world. Because coding is actually when you say to the computer, to the absolutely logical and material object, what do you think and what do you want him to do? Or not him, but it. So it's actually really fun because your ideas materialize by computer's actions. So
very cool. And do you know how to do coding yourself?
I know only the basics of coding because I'm a humanitarian specialist. But I recall my classes in the school of coding with great joy because it widened my imagination.
Okay, great. That sounds awesome. Thank you for your opinion there. And good use of your adjectives and saying like widened, things like that. Okay, that was really good. Rod, let's take a look at letter F.
Okay.
Why might learning to code be like playing a sport?
Okay, they say because it's like playing a sport. Because at first you can be scared about how to use the software, like Visual. That I had that software on my computer. I never used that software. I needed to somebody who helps me how to use that kind of software because I was very confused about that. But at the first, I was scary. Yeah, I was very scary. But
that would be at first I was scared.
I was scared. But I think if I was continuing to use that program, I could get catchy or hand it over the time with that program.
Okay, so Dimitri, your question is coder. All right.
Yeah.
What does the word coder mean? A coder is that's what you would call someone who writes code for certain programs on a computer. Now, when I say code, there's certain languages that are out there. The only one right now that's coming to mind would be CCow. I used to know like maybe 3 or 4. I know that there's different types of languages that are out there. Okay, Oracle. My dad is a computer programmer, and it never stuck with me. Okay, in knowing how to program. Like I had mentioned a little bit before, computers aren't my thing, but with my brother and my dad, they're freaking geniuses, and it's pretty amazing to see the things that they are able to create. For me, I don't understand it all that well. I wish I did, but I don't. I have other things that I excel at that they don't do. But yeah, that's what a coder would be. Someone who writes in a certain language. So Abdul had written 3 different languages here. Oracle. Now is that CCow? Abdul? C++?
Yes.
Okay, and then Java. Okay, those are different languages that a coder or a computer programmer would write in. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, and we would call that person a coder or a computer programmer. All right, very cool. And Rod, thank you for your comment there. Yes, and just remember when you're talking in past, all right, and you say things like "I was," we wouldn't say scary. We would change that to the past as well, saying "I was scared." Okay. And let's see, Sajib, how are you?
Yep, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. Sajib, we are reading on this document and talking about technology, more specifically coding, and whether or not children should be taught computer programming at a younger age. Okay. Our question here is, let's see. It's letter G. Do you think being a coder is better than being a doctor or a lawyer?
Well,
all right. Apparently, he doesn't want to answer that. Now, let's ask a lawyer this question. What's your opinion of computer programming? Is it better, I guess, monetarily, than being a doctor or a lawyer? Because usually throughout life, doctors and lawyers make a better living than most other people, right? And that's the way that it is. What's your opinion?
Thank you for your question.
Only
I don't think that programming and coding is better. I don't think that it is better, but I think that everyone has to make their duty and has to do that he likes to do.
Sure.
So
okay.
I think that it is not better. I think it is the same things. I think that everyone has to do his best in his area.
Good. Yeah. So kind of like what I was saying, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and for some people, coding may be a strength for them. For you, you enjoy law in that sort of world. I really enjoy business and management. Okay, even though it doesn't seem like that now because I'm a teacher, but I really enjoy those types of things. I'm also a very free spirit, and I like to go and move different places and do a whole bunch of different things. So yes, I would agree with you, Oksana, that it's not necessarily better. It's just that may be something that they want to do. Now, Babel, did you have a comment you wanted to add?
Yes, a little comment about you have said that a lawyer is a rich person generally, but it's only well, definitely not in Russia, because the work of the lawyer is giving rights, and to have rights is a luxury, and to have luxury you must be rich. And American people are much more rich than the Russian people. So, according to this, the Russian lawyers are not as rich as in the USA. That was my idea.
Oh, okay. That's fine. But typically throughout the world, if you're looking at people in, it doesn't matter which country that you're looking at. I mean, if you're comparing,
in developed and civilized countries.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, if you're looking at a country in general, even here in Costa Rica, where I'm living at now, those who are lawyers and doctors tend to make more money than your regular worker, or even a business person, or even a coder that works here. So it's different. What's up?
Good for them. This means that it's better situation in Costa Rica than in Russia.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's take a look at our next question. And Abdul, let me have you answer. Let's see. Letter H. Do you think you could quickly get the hang of coding?
Actually, at first we might face some problem, but over the time, if we decide to go through. So it will be fun, and when we know much about it, it's easy for all of us if we try to learn the coding. So I think that at the beginning it's difficult, it's scary, but after some times, after when you get uh, know some of the languages, so it will become more easier. So I think it's easy at the end.
Now, why do you think that they would use the word scary when they're talking about computer programming? Why would they say that something is scary? Okay,
Be,
what
be,
do you think about that?
because the coding languages is not in common we normally see.
Hmm.
So we if you see some, at the very first time, it looks very unusual. So we sometimes get scared. So
Okay.
that's why I said it's kind of a scary at first, but when we know how it works, it will be easy for us.
Okay, interesting. And because of the way that it looks, you're not familiar with it. Maybe learning I'm obviously learning a completely different language that has an alphabet that you're not familiar with. So, like for
Yeah.
example, if I was to try and learn Russian, it doesn't have the same alphabet as what I'm used to, and so it would be more difficult than it was for me learning Spanish. So, okay, very good. Let's go to our next question, Dimitri. Um, let's see, Dimitri, what do you think the idea of great coders being like rock stars? Okay, what do you think of the idea of great coders being like rock stars? What do you think about that, Dimitri?
I think that coders begins coders begins from simple things, and then uh, they climb at the mountain of information, and they become like rock stars. They become popular, and they get more money for their work. I'm
Sure. Yeah. So now, if you take a listen to music these days, there aren't a whole lot of people that are actually still playing instruments, right? A lot of it is used with computers. Okay, and so this is just one angle to take on this question. So, for example, if there are any of you that listen to maybe techno music or house music, or what's referred to as dub step. Okay, there's really famous people out there that just they create music on a laptop or on a computer, and then they just go and they plug it in, and people come from all over the place to dance and have a good time at the show where this person just used a computer and used different programs to create music. All right, and so they are rock stars in themselves. Then you have other people like Bill Gates and um, oh, what's his name? Steve Jobs. That have created empires around themselves and have based on the computer and things like that. So they have sort of become like rock stars, where they're very famous throughout the world. Okay, let's see, Gabriel. Let's take a look at we're going to go to questions for student B. Okay, so we're going to go down just one more, and this says here, did you like reading this article? Why or why not?
Well, I like it because I think it's a different point of view of what we usually heard about about programming. Because we usually heard that it's a different word, and here they can show us that it's something that can be funny and that can be popular. And I also was thinking about Mark Zuckerberg, and he's famous because he already has a movie based on his life. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that now things have changed, and I think it's a pretty interesting subject to see.
Okay. All right. So for you, it was enjoyable. All right. And let's see, Lisette. Let's take a look at this next question. All right. Well, we've already talked about computer programming. Let's go to letter C. Okay. So letter C says, which tech company would you love to work for? So Lisette, if you had the opportunity to be a computer programmer and work for a company, which tech company or technology company would you like to work for, Lisette?
Maybe for Microsoft.
Okay, and what would you like to do for them? Would you like to design, so make things look good, or would you like to make things work well, working in the programming side?
Maybe I prefer make things to look good.
Okay, all right. So working as a design programmer. Okay.
Yes.
All right, and let's see, Max. Let's go to your question here. It says D. Are you surprised that only 1 in 10 U.S. schools teach programming?
What do you mean? Only 1 in 10?
So out of 10 schools, in the United States, only one out of 10 schools on average teaches computer programming.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I was surprised.
Okay.
It's interesting. You know, this education system. It's not established, and it's not didn't established properly in Turkey. You know, I haven't even seen this in my country. That's why I was surprised.
Oh, okay.
You know, maybe it's the causing the different education system. That's why they're interesting.
Okay. All right. And all right. Well, thank you for your comment. Let's go to Pavel. Pavel, let's see. Letter E. What do you think of the quote from Steve Jobs? Now let's go back to his quote here.
Yeah.
What did he say? Where are you at, Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs.
Okay, right here. He says, I think everybody should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. What do you think about that?
Yes, this is actually that thing that I was talking about earlier about widening your imagination. But I have to mark that the way of coding is only one of the ways that a human being can think. So there are many other ways, and if you can master the way of the coder, so to say, so you get richer and more potent with your intellectual abilities.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting take on it. And yes, I think you're absolutely correct. There are many different ways to think about things. And Steve Jobs, mainly because he was a computer programmer, I think he was like, well, I think everybody should learn how to program because it teaches you how to think. Now, what other ways could we think critically to solve problems, or how can we help ourselves to learn how to think more critically? What do you think, Pavel?
So programming is the way of mathematics. Other than this, you can I forgot the word. You can base on psychology.
Okay.
On the behavior, the behavioral patterns of people.
So that would be patterns.
Patterns of people.
Patterns. Good.
Yes, patterns of people's behavior.
Good.
You can use the theory of the management, which is close to the people's behavior. So not only mathematics.
Good, and that's personally, I enjoy not mathematical, but managerial theory and dealing with behavior of people, and that's how, when I was working as a manager, dealing with people, I personally like dealing with the relationship than a cold machine. Personally, that's how I like.
the United States has great advantages and great progress in this theory of management.
Yeah, we had a lot of books that came out at the start of creating the United States, and also during when capitalism was becoming more of a movement. Yeah, a lot of good writers wrote about how to properly manage people, and others have different ideas. But I deal with the more humanistic side of management instead of the pushing your thumb down on people and scaring them into getting the job done. I don't agree with that. But that's just the way that I like to manage things. But anyway, great. Thank you for your comment. And Rod, let's check out a question for you. Let me go ahead and scroll back down. Oh, whoops, I passed it. Okay, so let's take a look at letter F. It says, what might coding make you feel like, how might coding make you feel like you have magic powers? What do you think, Rod?
Well, it's like okay, if one person, for example, is using a program which you created that, and that person is going to think, oh, who created this one, and suddenly they figure out in the credits appears your name, like me, Rat, or all, and then people are talking about you because it's an excellent program or a software or a video game, excellent video game, and you're very famous because it's a complex program for them, but it isn't, because just like the video, people say even college students say that programming is, you don't have to be a genius for programming, but people that are not close with computers are going to think that you have magic powers, and you think that.
Because of what you can create, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Very cool. Thank you for your comment. Let's go to Sajib. Your question is letter G. Are coders really just nerds and geeks, or are they great? Okay, he's gone again. All right. Every time I ask him a question, he decides to jet. Okay. Oksana. Sorry, every time I see your name, I was like, I can't remember it. So, Oksana, I have to look over to my note over to the side. All right. How about you? What do you think? Are coders really just nerds and geeks, or are they great?
Geeks. What does it mean, geeks?
A geek is going to be someone who only focuses on studying. They're not very. They're usually not going to be someone who's attractive. Okay, so we say someone's a geek if they've always got their nose in a book, or they wear glasses and they're walking around and they're only reading books or whatever. Okay, so that would be what we would call a geek. All right, so are they only nerds and geeks, or are they great? What do you think?
I think that they are great in their area, and because they live in their own world, so that's why I think they are great. Why not?
Okay, all right, yeah, it's interesting. Well, have you seen the movie The Social Network? That movie about Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook?
No, I haven't seen, but I've heard about it.
Okay, well, the way that they portrayed him and the way that I've seen him in interviews, he does not have very good social skills. He has a hard time talking to people, and and yet he has this intelligence that's pretty immaculate. And that's what's interesting. So we would call him definitely a nerd or a geek. But like you said, he's great in his own world, and he created something that we could all use, whether or not we agree with Facebook or not. It's a very popular website for people to use.
But
So
I don't think that geek and nerd have the same meaning, because I recently was watching a movie, sorry, a documental, and they said that geeks are people that are in love with technology. They like to have every tool and every new cell phone is considered a gift. That's what I think is a gift. It's like an evolution from the nerd. That's what I think.
so yeah, I guess you know what, that would probably be a better explanation of what a geek would be. But you can use geek and nerd interchangeably. The funny thing is that it used to be a terrible thing, you know, to be called a nerd or a geek. But in my opinion, nowadays, the people who have the most power are the ones that know how to control technology with their hands, right? And they know how to manage the information. And I mean, look at all of us. Or for me, for example, I use things that these nerds and geeks created. You know, it makes my life easier. But anyway, all right, you guys, we are just about out of time. Thank you all for coming to class. For the people who are new, welcome to my class. You can follow me on Verbling, and I think it'll update you on my classes and whatnot. This was a discussion class. I teach grammar classes as well as pronunciation classes, where we focus a lot on how we pronounce things, and I work on. I focus the pronunciation corrections toward the American style of speaking. So if you're interested in taking more classes, please follow along. If not, if you absolutely hated my guts, that's okay as well. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.